There and welcome back to the HullCityFanCentral YouTube channel, where today I do have my preview, prediction and everything you need to know before Middlesbrough versus Hull City. As you can tell, there's a smile on my face once for one of these preview videos, and that is for the main factor of that Tim Walter has gone. If you've not seen my videos over the past few days, or if you've not been around Hull City, or if you have just closed your eyes and ears off to the internet, yes, Tim Walter, his time at Hull City has ended. He's gone with immediate effect. It's Andy Dawson in charge for this game against Middlesbrough. Fun, interesting fact, Andy Dawson's last game in charge for Hull City, of course, in that time between Shota Hul-izr and Liam Rosenior taking over, was against Middlesbrough. Unfortunate that was a 3-1 loss for the Tigers at the MKM Stadium, but hopefully a bit of a rectifying case against a high-flying Middlesbrough side, it has to be said. So let's go through everything that we need to know ahead of this fixture. So an injury update. No new fresh injury concerns for the Tigers. So it does seem that everyone is fit and ready to go after the game on Tuesday night against Sheffield Wednesday. Not an injury update, but a player who will be missing the game due to picking up too many yellow cards already this season. It is Charlie Hughes. He will not be available in selection for this game after picking up a yellow card on Tuesday night. He will miss this game only, and he will be back ready for the next fixture, and hopefully the first Hull City game in whatever the new manager reign is, if that's Mark Robins or one of the many other names that have been prophesied around the space. So some very, very interesting news that, but no fresh injury concerns other than Sineki's out, as we all know that he pretty much will never play for City because he's always picking up fresh injuries, along with plenty of other players that we know about, the Liam Miller and obviously the Mohamed Baloumi. Both Baloumi and Miller have undergone their surgery, and they will be on the road to recovery for hopefully next season, where it could be under Robins, it could be under Jukanovic, could be under many people that we've spoke about. So I'll go through all the news around Hull City in a little bit, but we'll first go into what my Hull City predicted starting 11 will be for this game. So of course it will be a little bit of a change. I've gone based on the formation that Andy Dawson played every game Hull City, last time he managed Hull City. Of course that was back in 2022, so it is a little bit of a tough ask. Of course, completely different shape of the squad, completely different squad pretty much, but I've tried to predict as close as possible what I think Andy Dawson's going to chuck out. Brilliant things going on behind the scenes though. Andy Dawson has come out saying that his main task this week has been trying to cheer the players up, put the smiles back on their faces. A really nice thing came out from Casey Palmer. I'll give you his statement before we go into the team news. See how excited I am about the new prosperity of Hull City. So it starts with Saturday in trying to put a positive performance for the fans to see that we're moving in the right direction and we can all stick together and unite and go forward, said Casey Palmer. So it's fantastic to see that the players, they're going, yeah, we've had this crap phase, we've had these crap 18 games it was under Walter, and we're just really looking to push forwards and take the horizon by its strides. Andy Dawson put out this little statement with Hull City. We need everybody together. That is all the staff members at the football club, every fan that we got supporting us. We have a fantastic bunch of fans who will be supporting us on Saturday, and I've said to the lads, go out, enjoy it, play and work hard. So it's fantastic to see this revitalised energy around the club. One man was bringing that all down. You could tell the players did not want to play for him. You could tell that so many hushed voices behind the scenes did not like what he was doing or anything, and it's so refreshing to see this all back on the open playing field, to see all of the fans and the players and the staff and the club all really going, oh, Walter's gone, new fresh air. So now that I've gone on that little tangent, let's go into the predicted starting 11. So Ivo Panda, I think he will regain his spot in net, because amongst the Volta reign, he has been quite a nice feature. Along with I was going to say an unchanged back four, but of course a Hughes back four change. So Coyle at right back, Alfie Jones partnered up with Sean McLaughlin. It's been loosely reported from Baz Cooper that he will be coming in to replace Charlie Hughes in this game. There's no real other option that you would want to be starting centre back in the Championship against this current Middlesbrough side for City, and then Cody Drammer at left back. You could make an argument to say that maybe Ryan Giles will get a trial out at left back. Of course, we do still have Matty Jacob, who's been making a few spots on the bench, not coming off the bench, but a few appearances on the bench. So maybe there's a few left backs in contention there, but Cody Drammer, he's been fantastic pretty much for the last month or two, so I cannot see him coming out of that starting lineup. Ahead of that, Xavier Simons. Really the only one good thing that happened under Volta was the development of Xavier Simons. He was absolutely fantastic under Volta's reign, really proving that he can be a fantastic player at this level. He's already grabbed 2 goals in the league. That's among City's top goal scorers, but that's beside the by with Volta's style of play and the fact that players were not shooting and stuff. So hopefully that changes. But Xavier Simons, fantastic to see him revitalise his time in the past few months under Volta. Really the only thing that went well in the Volta reign. Partnered up with Regan Slater. It's an awkward one because Andy Dawson likes to go for that 4-2-3-1 formation. That's what he was playing back in 2022, and I can't really see him diverting too much from that. Of course, you're going to be... The whole thing for him is to try something a little bit different, to prove to the willing candidates that want to come to the club, the willing manager candidates that want to come to the club, with these are the players, this is what they can do, this is what the variety is in them. So Regan Slater, it would be that sort of CDM holding position that can be encouraged to go forwards, I think, in this 4-2-3-1 formation. Ahead of that, Omer in the number 10 role, that being. He's been absolutely snubbed since coming to City. Really played like a handful of games in the number 10 role that he wants to play, the only position that he plays his best at. Volta shoved him out on the wing, and Rosina unfortunately shoved him out on the wing as well, due to having, of course, so many good number 10 opportunities for him. So Omer in the number 10 role. That means out wide it's Abu Kamara and Ryan Longman. Really looking to see both of them excel. Both of them have had okay performances here and there, not being overly consistent. Of course, Ryan Longman being heavily injured this season. So hopefully both of them can have a stellar performance away at Teesside tomorrow. And then up top, there's an option of 3. João Pedro's been getting most of the game time recently. Bedia, I think, has been a bit snubbed coming on in the last 10 minutes, really into a situation where you're not going to get anything out of Bedia in the last 10 minutes of a game. So to have him start and then have either Pedro or Burstow as the options coming off the bench. Of course, if you wanted to look at it in this avenue, last time Dawson was manager, there was really no striker at the club. We had Ryan Longman at striker, I believe, in that last game, or it may have been a returning Oscar Estepinian. So there was really a striker, no strikers for the club during the last Andy Dawson time as caretaker manager. So you could maybe look at an avenue where he would be looking for 2 men up top, which would then change the formation further back the field. But this is, in my opinion, what I think Dawson will go with. Looking back, doing a little bit of research and all that sort of goodness, I do think this is what Dawson will go with. Some other news. Well, I'll tell you, the news still keeps on coming for City. I'll go into more detail about this first story in a video probably on Sunday. But Hull City have been nominated for a Puskas Award. You're wondering why Jayden Philogene on the screen? That's why. That's Jayden Philogene goal from last season. The Rabona over the defender and keeper from that tight angle, which managed to give City the 2-1 win away at Rotherham last season, has been nominated for the Puskas Award. It is the first ever Championship goal to be nominated for a Puskas Award. And really, he is in contention. Votes are coming in at the moment, so you can go and vote for Jayden Philogene to get the nomination. I don't think he will, just considering that Garnacho overhead bicycle kick is on the list as well, and we know how many Man United fans there are out there. Of course, it does come down to a little bit of a popularity contest with these competition sort of things, but Philogene is on the list, first championship goal to be on the list, and to have a Hull City goal as nominated for the Puskas Award is a huge thing in itself. So congratulations to Jane and Philogene, and of course to Hull City on the wider aspect. So some other news, as I said earlier in the video, Mohamed Baloumi has successfully undergone his surgery on his cruciate ligament today, and he is undergoing his recovery now. As I said about earlier in with Casey Palmer has pretty much come out saying that Volta Ball is absolutely rubbish. He did a bit of an interview which ran out on ITV Calendar yesterday, I believe it was, and he's saying, direct quote from him, "I haven't been playing much football as I feel I should have been playing. The team hasn't been winning. Football's football." Said it pretty much through gritted teeth. Talking on the managerial front, another front runner has become reportedly in the lead really for the new manager for Hull City. That being Slavica Jokanovic. He has reportedly become the front runner after taking a meeting with Ajanil Ajali in London yesterday. So he's currently the front runner. Not a bad option. He has won promotion to the Premier League on 2 separate terms with 2 separate teams. So it's certainly not a bad one. Of course, the ex-Watford, Fulham and Sheffield United manager, that being. So certainly not a bad one. I still think Mark Robins is my front runner to be the, or certainly one that I want to be the upcoming City manager. So that is your news coverage. Let's move on. Apologies for just letting me grab a drink there. Last meetings between both sides. Of course, it's pretty much split. A 2-2 draw last time we both met, of course, at the MKM Stadium. Before that, it was a 2-1 win at Teesside, where we are going tomorrow on the 13th of December. And then before that, on the 19th of April, it was a 3-1 loss for the Tigers at Teesside in itself. So 2 3-1 losses in that 2022-23 campaign, as the one before this was the 3-1 loss at home under Andy Dawson. So hopefully we can turn this around tomorrow. Probably going to be a bit hard as Middlesbrough are right up there in the Championship. Of course, you can see on there a 5-1 win against Luton, who Luton managed to beat us, and a 6-2 win against Oxford United. Oxford United, they managed to beat us. Most recent, a midweek loss against Blackburn Rovers at home. Hopefully another home loss for Middlesbrough tomorrow, and then a Coventry loss at home at the other end of the spectrum on the last 5 games. It's really weird with Middlesbrough, as I'll pan across to the table. They are currently in 6th, but they are with 8 wins and 6 losses. 3 draws, so they're pretty much not getting any draws. It seems like they're either going to batter a team or get battered or near enough battered themselves. So hopefully Hull City are delivering the battering tomorrow. And I think that it could possibly happen. So let's have a look at some former Tigers who we will be playing tomorrow. The main one, or I believe the only one, the former Tiger that we could come up against tomorrow is Marcus Forss. So Marcus Forss has been at Middlesbrough for a bit of time now. Of course, he was on loan with us for the second half of the 2021-22 campaign, on loan from Brentford, I believe. And really flopped in that appearance. But since then, he's gone to Middlesbrough permanently, and he's been doing okay for himself. Not providing a awful lot this season, but he's still there. Pardon me. Shared shirts. So a little bit of one that it's an iconic one. The Windass shared shirt for today. I've had a few different options. Thought I'd go for the Windass one, just because it is Dean Windass. So Windass, of course, the playoff final that sent Hull to the Premier League for the first ever time, and obviously having big connections with the club still to this day. And he did have a little spell over with Middlesbrough. So shared shirts there, and Windass, of course, being at the game on Tuesday night to watch his son and also support the club that he used to play for. Come out saying that things do have to change, and shortly after, things did have to change. Player to watch out for. So as I say, Middlesbrough either getting battered or doing the battering. But one player that's been there's been quite a few players that have been consistent, but the one that's been head and heels above the rest, and that being Fanhub. He has managed to record 7 assists and 5 goals so far in the championship for Middlesbrough this season. So absolutely fantastic that, and certainly a player to watch out for tomorrow. So score prediction. I do think Hull City will pick up a 2-1 win. I think the spring in the step and all the positive things that are coming around City will really lead them to picking up the win tomorrow. I mean, this may just be the Tim Walter's gone deluded thoughts are back level of myself, as towards the final few games of Walter's era, I was really going, Hull City are probably going to lose this game. Hull City at best are going to draw this game. I'd never openly predict Hull City to lose, but I was close, very, very close. But a 2-1 win, I think, for the Tigers, with goals coming through Abu Kamara and Ryan Longman, the 2 wingmen, to grab 2 goals, meaning that it would be a 2-1 win for the Tigers and recording their first win in almost 2 months. So I'll leave you with that photo of Adrian Ilajali, as I ask you to let me know down in the comments what your predictions are ahead of this game. Do you think Hull City will win? What do you think the scoreline will be? And who do you think will score for the Tigers? And make sure you like and subscribe to keep up with everything Hull City, as we are still on the hunt for a new manager, and fingers crossed for Andy Dawson's men tomorrow. So up the Tigers.